Whether or not you're dealing with serious space constraints in your garage or workplace, this thing has been single-handedly one of the most efficient and useful things that I've built in this garage. And I've done quite a bit of work to this garage since I've been here. If you're new here, my name is Brian, and on this channel, I like to do tool reviews, projects, tips, tricks, and more. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified whenever I go live or whenever I upload a video. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you hit that bell so that you can be notified as well. Recently, I did purchase this Dewalt Planer and this Ridgid sander, and I did do a video on both of those. If you're interested in those, I'll try to link them up top, or you can go check my channel to try to find them. I do have another video coming up on this planer, so if you're interested in that, make sure you keep an eye out for that. But since I've had these, I've been dealing with serious issues about where to even put them. This Dewalt planer weighs over 70 pounds by itself. The Ridgid sander, 45 pounds. And I've been just sticking them on the floor, picking them up, using them. I don't really have anywhere to put them. So I did a little research. I checked on the internet and YouTube, and I found other people that have did this build, and they do sell plans for this build. I didn't buy the plans. I just looked at what they built and made my own based off of that. But if you're interested in some of the dimensions, I do go into more detail about that at the end. So make sure you stick around till then. And if you find this video helpful, entertaining, informative, or you like what I'm doing here, make sure you smash that like button, comment down below, share this video. And without further ado, let's get into it.
I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No, no. This ain't easy, darling, 'cause the devil's on my trail. I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh yeah. I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh no. It ain't easy, darling, when the devil's on my trail. Oh yeah.
Walking home late at night, maybe 2:30. A little drunk, but I'm alright, 'cause I've been hanging with you, and it feels like love. Tell me if I'm wrong, 'cause it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. want you here with me. Am I out of my mind? Or is this how it should be? You made me sing about love. So just tell me if I'm wrong. But it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love. Yeah! Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. A little crazy for you. Hey.
A little crazy for you now. A little crazy for you now, baby. I'm a little crazy for you now. A little crazy for you now. A little crazy for you now, baby.
Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. I feel crazy. A little crazy for you, baby. Yeah. Little crazy for you.
So, what do you guys think? Well, I think it turned out pretty good myself. Now, there are a few things that I would have done differently if I were to do this over again. So hopefully you can learn from my mistakes if you're planning on doing this. One thing that I would have done differently, and one thing that I'm going to have to try to figure something out, is the slots for the eye bolts to come around where your star knobs tighten down the rotating platform on this. I should have put this in and marked where the bolts were instead of just trying to get an estimate as far as a measurement goes and then cutting a slot out with my router. I should have attached it, put it on, moved the eye bolts to where they should be to get a better idea about where these slots should be cut at, and then I should have cut them. But, you know, it still works. So you live and you learn. But if I were to do something differently, I definitely would have done that differently. Now, I used a piece of black pipe that it was 30 inches long. So I tried to make this platform 24 inches deep and about 27 inches side to side. Now, I was a little bit shy of those measurements. I ended up having about 23 7/8 depth, which is plenty of depth, but I cut it really close as far as the width goes. 28 inches, I'm about 27 3/4, and it's pretty tight, but it does fit. So if you're building this, don't go below 27 3/4 inches if you're using these particular tools to make this for. Now, the great thing about this thing is an amazing space saver. I mean, I'm going to be able to have two big tools that have been just sitting on the floor, and I had this in the cabinet down here, but I just recently built this. So this was just sitting on the floor along with my planer was sitting on the floor. Now I can just roll these off out of the way when I'm not using them, because I don't use these tools constantly. So I need to get them off the floor, out of the way. So this creates a spot for both of these with one footprint. So I think this is pretty amazing. Now, like I said, man, if you have other tools, this would work. This would work for a miter saw, a small drill press. It could work for a lot of different tools if you have space issues, or even if you don't have space issues, just something to keep tools off the floor or to clear some workbench space off, or whatever the case may be. I think this is a great idea for somebody. When I first seen it, I thought that it was a great idea, and now that I've done it, I'm really impressed with it. Now, one thing that I am going to do is I don't have the wood right now, and I just want to get this video done, and I don't feel like going to get the wood. I have too many things going on right now, but I will go get it eventually, and some slides, as I'm going to build a drawer on the bottom, and that's going to be to keep the stainless steel shelves for the planer out of the way while I have this thing not in use, and also for my spindles, my belt, and all the other accessories that come with this Ridgid. So I'll probably keep that along with some sandpaper and some other stuff down in the drawer in the bottom. And once I have that done, this thing will be complete, and I'll be able to just roll this off out of the way, pull it out when I need it, and it's going to make my life a lot easier. Let me know what you guys think, man. I tried to show you everything, and I tried to give you all the measurements, because I think a lot of people, when they see videos like this, they want a cut list, and some people charge you for it. And I'm not knocking anybody for charging anybody for anything. I mean, they put their time and effort into doing this, but I'm just going to give you the cut list. I'm not that pressed on it, but there are some people who have made this that do. If you want to buy some plans, it would make your life a little bit easier to have some plans available. I had to draw everything up myself, so there are some other channels that will give you some plans. They're relatively cheap, $5, $9, $10, something. It's relatively cheap, definitely worth it. I used one sheet of plywood. The plywood cost $55, so $55 for this. I bought the star knobs off Amazon. I'll link everything down below that I use in this if you're interested, and also link some tools and everything else that I like to use down in the bottom. So if you're interested in checking out the hardware for this or any other tools, make sure you click in and check them links. Now, on the side here, you see I have these nuts. I was going to weld these nuts to the pipe. I think it looks pretty cool, and it'll keep the pipe from shifting. With the amount of weight on this pipe is not going to shift enough to, I think, fall out. It may shift a little bit, and I'll have to knock it back in, but I'm not going to do anything to it right now because I went to go use my welder to finish this, and my welder broke. I did a video on that as well. I was the Vulcan Omni Pro from Harbor Freight. I had it about 10 months, and it died on me. So when I buy another welder, which is what I'm going to do, I'll just tack these nuts to the pipe, and that I think will look pretty cool, and it'll also keep the pipe in place. Now I'll just tack these nuts on in case I ever have to remove that pipe. I could just grind the weld off, so I'm not going to make it a permanent fixture. And I also, the casters that I use for this and the casters that I use for a lot of my products, man, is from a company called Cool Yeah. And I'm going to link some of their casters below. They have pretty good prices, and they're pretty good casters. So definitely consider checking them out, man. They're heavy duty, locking, swivel, really nice casters. They have all different sizes available that you would normally have, 3-inch, 2-inch, 5-inch. I've used them for this table, this table, this table. I even put them on this big miter saw station, and I even put that on casters, because I need mobility in this place, and this place is small, and with this miter station, I only have so much room that I can make a cut. So if I ever have to make a bigger cut and I have to move this, then I'll be able to move it. Also, if I move, I want to be able to move this pretty easy, and I can move the whole station as it sets pretty easily on those casters. So definitely good casters. Check them out. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, make sure you leave them in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that bell, because they won't notify you when I upload videos. I have a lot of projects, tool reviews, tips, everything coming up. So I hope you stick around. And until next time, y'all, stay real.